Hey everybody, I'm Severely Mame and welcome back to my channel. And when I say that I mean welcome back to me because I have taken an unfortunately long break from videos here on YouTube, but as of now I am back. So as I was saying, I took a bit long of a break, much longer than I expected to initially, but for the most part I really just needed a little mental health pause in YouTube. Originally I was going up for a bunch of jobs in the real world again because, you know, we are all slowly exiting our homes and getting vaccinated and things like that. So I was applying for jobs and it got to be where that was my main focus. So I wanted to give myself a few weeks to get interviews and all of that kind of settled. Well, that was in April. It's now July. Job hunting took a toll on my availability for YouTube videos and fully just wrecked my mental health for a while. I was trying to move out of the retail world, which I had been in since I was 15, and get something a little more solid and full-time in an office, because I'm great with reception and customer service. And I applied to a ton of jobs in that style and interviewed for a bunch of them, and sadly none of them went anywhere. And then recently I was cast. I don't think cast is the word I was hired at a friend's store locally, which I'm going to start today. I'm recording this the day before. So I've now secured a job, so I figured now is the perfect time to get back to YouTube and get things back on track. So, like I said, it was a mental health break, gone longer than expected, but for sure needed. Before I was doing 2 videos a week, now I'm going to cut that down to just the 1 because I'm going to be working. I figure nobody wants to hear too much about my inability to get a job for months. I'll tell you some of the new things that are happening and some of the things that are going to come up on this channel. But before I get into all of that, how about you do me a favor and hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button to keep up with all of my new videos, which should come out every Wednesday. So as for things that are new, obviously you can see I have a new set for filming, but it's not just a filming set, it is my living room. It's unfinished in redecoration. The whole house is getting redone. My partner and I, Keenan, put a photo of them here. They and I are taking over this apartment. Our roommate is moving out some point this summer. So we've been slowly acquiring all of our own furniture and things to fill the house with. And it's very exciting. We bought this living room set, which you can't see, but there's 2 chairs and then another table just like this one. And then we got 30s lamp. A bunch of things are going to be changed out. Number 1, we have to paint the walls, and then I'll make drapes and pillows that match this couch and rug and everything, and make this room a little more solid. But we'll get more into the home decor stuff as we take over the house. I think that's going to be a good amount of videos, is kind of some of the projects and just redoing things around our vintage home. We just rent, but I still go all in on decoration, especially because we have our own little bungalow apartment that was built in the 40s, so I love the look of it, and it lends itself to be filled with beautiful vintage things. So I will take you on the journey of creating my maximalist dream. That will be some of the content that's to come. Other updates, like I told you, I've got a job that I'll be working at part-time so I can juggle here on YouTube and having, you know, a set schedule in the real world, which sounds very exciting after the last 1.5 years. My partner Keenan works from home, so in the home rearranging. They're going to get a office, which is exciting, and then I will also use that for my sewing area and probably set up a spot for me to work on YouTube stuff, because I'm realizing more and more I need like a desk I can sit at and really get things done. So I'm very excited about the future potential here on YouTube. I have a ton of ideas. I always jot them down as I go, but I of course always want to hear what you guys want to see on this channel, so let me know down in the comments if there's something you've been specifically longing for during my almost 3-month break. But I have some fun projects that I've started and I haven't continued on because they're at the point where I need to start filming them. So I will get all those projects going soon, and a lot of it's house stuff, but I also have to make a birthday dress, which I do every year, because this year is my 30th coming up in August. And I have some performance costumes, outfits, probably lookbooks on like I've been trying to plan out like how am I going to dress for working out in the world. I had originally bought and collected a bunch of suits that I was like, oh, if I go into like an office professional setting, I have suits that's perfect. That's like what I'll wear. And now I'm not working in the setting I thought I was going to be, so I get to have a good amount of freedom with what I make, but it is 115 degrees sometimes here, averaging like 108 probably as of late. So I need to have clothes that are cool enough for me to, you know, walk places and go out of the house in, which is very different from the last year. So I think I'm gonna kind of take you through my like shop girl wardrobe that I'm making. I recently pulled out all of my fabric and pulled all of the things that I thought would make good outfits for working in, and I've started sewing those. I don't know how much of them I'm going to record making, but I'm for sure gonna make like a lookbook and show you where my inspiration for the look comes from and what it actually turns out to be. My summer wardrobe videos all kind of paused because I was focusing so much on finding a job that I wasn't doing a ton of sewing, and now that wardrobe isn't as essential because I'm not spending time as much just like at home. I'm gonna be out and about, so I need to focus on my work wardrobe, which also will kind of fit into what I'm planning for summer. We have some very fun events coming up this year. We've already got a few things scheduled. I have a video series probably coming in November about a special October trip we are taking, so that will be really fun. And then an update on things that happened in the last few months. There was a article in the Vintage Woman magazine that I wrote, Sewing with Severely Mame, where I make this set. So I will put the link in the description to the issue of Vintage Woman magazine where I make this. There's also another YouTube video where I cover the shoulder pads for this outfit. So keep an eye out for that Vintage Woman magazine piece. Another update is the Vintage YouTube Guild. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, I brought it up. It's a group that I created to bring vintage YouTube content creators together to help each other, promote each other, trade tips and tricks on how we make YouTube happen for you guys, and how we find success in that for ourselves. And it's really great. You can look us up on Instagram at the Vintage YouTube Guild. I'll put all of the links down below. If you're a vintage YouTuber, you're welcome to join the group and join in on the conversation. If you're a fan, there's a page to like, but primarily just go to the Instagram page where you can find all of the people joining the guild and be updated when we post and things like that. It's very exciting, and really the idea is to build community and get the vintage community in YouTube more of a like unit that helps each other, and hopefully in the future this also can help us tackle like issues that plague the vintage world. So there'll probably be more about that coming up, but please do check out the Vintage YouTube Guild. It is my like quarantine child. I started it in, I think, like June of 2020 as like a way to try and connect with other YouTubers, and then yeah, it's actually started in motion. If you guys want a video all about the Vintage YouTube Guild, let me know down in the comments, and that's something I can make so you guys are a little more informed on what it is and who's a part of it, and yeah, how you can support everyone in it. Speaking of support, if you like what goes on here on my channel, you can follow the link in the description to my Patreon, where you can contribute to help me make videos like this, and receive other exclusive content. That is something I have kept up with during my YouTube break, and I usually probably will continue to, though I'm not looking to have any more YouTube breaks in 2021. I'm going down to one video a week, which I think I've already said. I'm just going to post on Wednesdays now, and then on Patreon the posts will be a little more. Go and check that out. You can help support my channel. And biggest update of YouTube is I now have over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys all so much for subscribing to my page. I really appreciate it, and it was really one of the main things that pulled me out of my like depression funk to get me back into making YouTube videos. So I'm so happy to be back, and I've figured out my like system for how I can do it. So I expect a lot more content to come and no more breaks in the rest of the year. Some of the like goals that I've set for myself for the rest of 2021 is to not miss any more weeks of uploads, so upload every Wednesday for the rest of the year. Get my channel monetized, which I know is like a slow process. I've been working at it for years. It also hasn't been my #1 focus, but now that I have 1,000 subscribers, I really want to get my like views and watch time up so I can monetize my channel, which then in the long run will help me create more better content, because I can do things like upgrade my lighting and my cameras and put money into projects. So that's really exciting. And then I would like to produce enough good content that I can get up to 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year. So those are some of my goals for this channel. Obviously some of my biggest goals are also to make content that you guys enjoy to watch. So that really always kind of is something I'm looking to do. I say it in all of my videos. If there's something you specifically want to see me do, let me know down in the comments, because usually I can and will make a video for it. There's lots of projects that will come, stuff for the house. I have to make drapes for almost every room in the house. We've been out vintage collecting for the house, so there will be some more haul videos. I know that the last haul video I did, I'll put a card up to that here, went over really well. You guys liked seeing what I'm adding to my collection. I'm waiting on some fun pieces, and then I'll do another haul. I might, like I said, do some more lookbooks, because I think that there's some like styling tips and tricks I've picked up over the years that you guys might want to know. But all in all, I'm so excited to be back. This video is probably rambly, and I know I made the title a little more salacious than it actually is, but I'm just excited to be back, and I hope you guys are happy to see me again. So I'm going to, I think, sign off for this week, but I will maybe give you a little bit more of a peek at my living room before we go. I've seen a hint of what the redecoration process has brought. There is going to be a major changeover in this room in the next few months, and I'm very excited for it. I post a lot of updates to that on my Patreon. Again, you can find that link down below in the description. I think with that, I'm gonna wrap things up for today. Thank you guys so much for sticking around during my absence, and I don't plan on that happening again anytime soon. I'm Severely Mame. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all very soon.